Hey, I'm so glad that you made it. I'm so glad that we are come to the point now where we are almost done with this appointment, almost done with this interview. And there's a couple of things that I want to go over, and I'm so happy to have you as a client. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic about it. Okay, so after all of this different kind of stuff, after all of the paperwork and everything that we've gone through, we just got to close the deal. When it comes down to closing, there's some things that come out of your pocket when you're purchasing a home as a buyer that you should be aware of. And I will go into this more in detail during conversations with you during the home buying process. But let's talk about some of them. So we talked about down payment. We talked about closing, this, that, and the other. But what about appraisals? Okay. When you're purchasing a home, the house has to appraise. Okay. So when the house but in order for the house to get appraised, you have to hire an appraiser. Appraisals can cost you anything up to, $400, $500 is really a lot, but $400 for an appraisal. What else comes out of your pocket? How about inspections? Inspections are another thing that you want to go, that'll come out of your pocket. I highly advise that you don't buy a property. I don't care if it's resale. I don't care if it's new. Get the property inspected. Okay? And inspections is going to cost you some money. Every inspector has different prices. So, and then you have, if you're buying resale, you have earnest money deposit that you have to put down. Earnest money deposit is showing the seller that you're serious about purchasing. A great earnest money deposit is about $1,000 in North Carolina. So $1,000, boom. So we're already up to about $2,000. Then you have your earnest money deposit. What about for new construction, earnest money deposit is like reserving the lot. So that can be anywhere between if you're on a preferred lenders list, then that could be $100, as little as $100. Wade Journey Homes, $100. It can be anywhere from $100 to $500. $500 is usually the norm. So you need to have that. So already up to $2,000. Then you have due diligence fee. Now there's no due diligence fee for new construction, but on resale there's a due diligence fee. And what a due diligence fee is basically a fee that you pay the buyer, and that's money that you give them. You do not get that back. That does not go towards the purchase of your home. It gives you a 30-day window to inspect the property, get it appraised, get it inspected, them taking it off the market, and that's money that it can spend that you won't get back. Okay, so your due diligence fee. That can be, I've had, sellers ask for $1,000 due diligence fee. $100, $500, $500, or no dollars. You can choose not to do a due diligence fee. If you're the only person that is, bidding on the property, then, you might not want to give them a due diligence fee. Okay. But if you're bidding against other people, which a good selling agent, realtor, will get, multiple buyers, to put offers in on the property, then they're going to look and they're going to say, hey, you have 3 buyers who's willing to give us a due diligence fee. You have 1 buyer who's not. So they might exclude you just because you won't give them a due diligence fee. Okay, so you have that kind of stuff. So closing the deal, but once you close on the deal, and this is the whole point, once you close on the deal, it is like the best thing ever to know that you have a house, a home for you and your family. And if you don't have a family, for you, a place that you could drive up to, and I mean, it's kind of cliche, but there really is no place like home. And that's that's why I love this business. That's why I love being a realtor. It's because I give and help people acquire a peace of mind that nothing and nobody else can give them. And that is having their own home, ownership, equity in a home. You know, you're not like paying rent. Rent goes off to another person and it makes them rich or whatever. But when you purchase a home, you are yes, you're paying your bills, you're paying a mortgage, but guess what? You're building equity in the home. And when you're building equity in the home, then when you sell the home and the home appreciates, or you sell it for more than what you bought it for, or the monies that you put into it, you just keep on building the home. And that's what you call like a amortization rate. And your amortization rate is the mortgage that you are paying. You're paying principal and interest, so you're paying interest on the home, for, basically thanking the bank for giving you the money to purchase the home. But you're also paying down the principal, and that principal says that you own a piece of that home. And this is how much of the ownership that you own in the home. And if you do a percentage on it, you might own 5%, you might own 10%, you might own 15%, you might own 20%, you might own 50%, and then your amortization rate is the point at which you own 100% when you have paid off the whole loan. And so, when you own 50% and you sell it, then say you have bought a home for $100,000 and you sell it, for $100,000, but you've paid on it to where you only have $50,000 left on the mortgage, then $50,000 is coming to you. After 5 years of you owning that home, $50,000 is yours. You rent for 5 years, you're not going to have no $50,000. That's why they say that owning a home is an asset, because you are purchasing a vehicle, building really your own banking savings, a vehicle that will allow you to take that money out and do whatever else you want to do with the money. So guess what? Say you own a home, and you want to, add more streams of income to you, and you have 50% of your home is yours. You own it because of your amortization rate, and that's how much equity you have built up to the home. And you use that $50,000 to go buy another home, say 2 or 3 more homes, using financing. And you rent those properties out, and then you have streams of income coming to you, and then those streams of income are ended up paying off the rest of the home that you owe, and they'll end up paying off the rest of their own sales, because they're rental properties, they're passive income. So, real estate, you can become financially free by being a homeowner, but it all starts with you purchasing your own first home. And it is the most wonderful experience that you can ever experience. Okay. So, guess what? You know how much money you owe me for, helping you purchase a home? Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Why? Because my commission is paid by the seller. The seller pays me. The seller says, hey, if you bring me a buyer, or the builder says, hey, you bring me a buyer, I will pay you 3% or however many percent of, of what the home is worth. And that's how I get paid. Okay. So, you owe me nothing. So you get all of my expertise. You get all of my translation. You get all of my experience for free. That's why you should have a buyer's agent. Not just, any agent, but an exclusive buyer's agent. That's what I bring to the table. I bring free to your purchase. Okay? So, I'm so glad to have you as a client. So glad to have you as a client. And, I just can't wait. So, because I know that you're, going through the videos and stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you, the paperwork that you have to sign, in order to get this thing started. And, the last thing that I really want to talk about is referrals. Hey, I want to do a great job for you. Guess what? I'm going to do a great job for you. Now I need you to do a great job for me. I need you to reach out to your family members, to reach out to your friends, to reach out to your coworkers and say, hey, I found a great realtor and he can get you into a property, a home of your own. It doesn't matter if you don't have any money. It doesn't matter if you don't have a down payment. It doesn't matter if your credit is bad. He has a way to get you into a home. It might take a little longer, but the goal is home ownership, and he'll stick with you until you get there. Please reach out to as many people as you can for me. Send me an email. Give me their name and number so I can help them as well. This is Douglas Lattimore, and I am so happy that you are a client. I'm so happy that you went through this video appointment. And if you have any further questions, you can call me. 980-319-6546. That's 980-319-6546. Have a great day.